The letter Dalet means a number of things. One is a door, Dalet, and another is Dal, a poor person. A poor person represents someone who is in a state of humbleness. Because of their being poor, they are in a lowly position. And yet, in Jewish tradition, humbleness is one of the greatest of characteristics. And in fact, we can tie the two meanings of Dalet together by saying that the door, the entryway into true spirituality and relationship with God and others as well, is through a deep sense of humbleness. Now we see this in one particular person, David HaMelech, King David, whose name begins with a Dalet and ends with a Dalet. Dalet, Vav, Dalet. And despite the fact that he was king and had tremendous power, when we look at the book of Psalms, we see so many descriptions and statements by King David about his feeling of humbleness and lowliness in the face of an infinite creator. And yet, it did not make him sad. It did not make him depressed. He was in love with God and praising God all of the time. So this idea of the Dalet speaks about what's called self-nullification. When looking at the shape of the Dalet, you'll see that there's a little point on the right that sticks out. And we're told this is the point of ego, even within a humble person. Everyone has ego, and when left unchecked, it gets out of hand. And the doorway into true spiritual service is what's called nullification of the ego. In relationship to God, it's as if the whole creation is in a state of humbleness, is a state of self-nullification. Because we're told that if God, for even a split second, would withdraw the energy that is continually keeping the world going, the entire world would cease to exist. So in relationship to God, the world is in a state of humbleness. So here's a beautiful connection because the letter Dalet equals 4. And so many descriptions of our physical world have to do with 4. We have the 4 directions. We have the 4 seasons. We have the 4 descriptions of types of creation, such as mineral, vegetable, animal, and human. In physics, we have the description of the world as consisting of 4 basic forces: gravity, the electromagnetic force, the strong nuclear force, and the weak nuclear force. And in fact, in modern science, the number 4 is extremely important because of the attempt to find the unified field theory that will unify all 4 of these forces. In the ancient tradition, we have the idea of 4 in the 4 elements: fire, earth, air, and water. On the higher level of divinity, we have the idea of the most essential name of God, the ineffable name, which is made up of 4 letters. On the level of soul, we have the idea of the 4 mothers. And in the story of Pesach, we drink 4 cups of wine at the Seder of Pesach in order to remember the 4 languages of redemption mentioned in the Torah. That I will save you, I will take you out, I will redeem you, and I will take you to me to be a people. So the level of 4 and the level of worlds, souls, and divinity are cardinal numbers. And it's very interesting to connect this to that even though there's infinite interpretations to the Torah, the most classic model of how to learn Torah is called Pardes, where we learn the Torah according to the Pshat, which is the simple literal meaning, the Remez, the alluded to, hinted to meaning, the Drush, the allegorical and parable type of meaning, and the Sod, the mysterious, secret, Kabbalistic meaning. So our doorway into the Torah is through these four interpretations. A beautiful meditation on the letter Dalet is to concentrate on feeling a true state of humbleness and gratefulness to God, and at the same time feel like a king, as King David was.